Hello and welcome to the beautiful Sydney Heads and the magnificent harbour playground of the 40-ton Alex the Whale. Don't argue with a whale. He muscled in on our women's competition off Balmoral Beach. The scene for some hair-raising Zodiac action, and didn't the girls love it? But it all started at Garden Island Naval Dock, where 4 ships, including the HMAS Adelaide, were tied up. And before starting our competition, the girls were briefed by PTI Ian Bones Sutton, the organiser of today's events, a man who knows what he's on about, so don't argue with him. So from the Hammerhead Crane, let's meet today's competitors. From the Army, Private Mandy Evans just posted to Timor. She is one tough competitor. And Private Natalie Cole, a transport driver, she drives the big transporter, so keep out of her way. From the Air Force, it's leading aircraft woman Kylie Knowles. She's been in the RAF 3.5 years, based at Richmond. Squadron leader Karen Millett, a 16-year RAF engineer. And from the Navy, able seaman Michelle Hamlin, a writer now on duty at HMAS Melbourne, and able seaman Penny Andrews, a regular on the show, just back from Timor and China. Welcome home.
Hello and welcome to the Navy's Garden Island Dock in Sydney. I'm Lindell Palmer-Clark, and here we are atop the Hammerhead Crane, 50 metres up, ready for our first event in the Qantas Battle of the Forces.
Turn boys, go!
A hair-raising way to start too, Lindell. From the Army, it's Mandy Evans, the Air Force, Karen Millett, the Navy, Penny Andrews, and look at Karen Millett go down. She is going down at the rate of knots. She's about to hit the dock now. Teammate Kylie Knowles is there waiting to help her out. Down comes the Navy as well, so they're not too far behind. And then there's the Army. They've got a long run right up the dock there. Then it'll be into some canoes, and then they'll go over up the cargo net and a race home. So this is a long, grueling event. Terrific start for the girls from the Air Force, though. That's Knowles and Millett. Navy not too far behind. Bit of a problem for the Army. Mandy Evans got tangled up a little bit. Now further up the dock was the 2 girls from the Air Force. It's Millett in front, Knowles in second place, and then closing on her, it's Penny Andrews from the Navy. Navy running 3rd and 4th at the moment. The 2 girls from the Army back there, down into these canoes. It's a bit choppy out there. Oh, look at the back. It's the Navy who've gone in. The Air Force are away, and the Navy is soaked. Can you believe it? How embarrassing that is. But it's the Air Force who are going great guns at the moment. They're not too far away from the cargo net. This is a terrific effort by those 2 girls as she reaches to the cargo net, and there's going to be a climb up there. Here comes the Army. Evans and Cole not too far behind, but the girls from the Air Force, that's Knowles and Millett. Knowles the blonde, Millett going up as well. Millett's the first one up, and now they've got a lazy 200-metre jog along the deck, and they've got some fans out there supporting them. So this is a great start for the Air Force in the first of 7 events today. Off go the vests, and the boys on HMAS Hobart are out there supporting them on as they can just jog to the line. They are going to take the maximum points, and it'll be the Army in second place, the Navy wet and 3rd.
Karen, an extremely hard course. Well done.
Thank you. It was good fun, but it was hard. Really hard. In the water, there was just so much muscle power in your shoulders, and then to climb the cargo net, it was very difficult.
And how'd you go with the abseil?
The abseil was really good because I was able to not have to worry about hitting the cross beams on the way down, and it was easy, just let go and went as fast as I could.
Great start for the Air Force. 6 points to them. The Army 4, the Navy 2. We go inside for the second event. This is the Commando rope climb, 20 metres up, and it's going to be very tough for the girls. From the Army, Natalie Cole, Penny Andrews, the Navy, and from the Air Force, it's Karen Millett. 2 heats of 3, points combined. Let's see how they go. Great start it was for Natalie Cole of the Army. She is up and already out by about half a body length on this girl, Karen Millett. So it's the Air Force in the light blue, the Army in the red, and trailing at the moment, Penny Andrews doing it tough in the middle in the Navy. But look at Natalie Cole go. She is going up at a pretty good pace, and she wins it. So heat 1 going to the Army, Natalie Cole, just in front of Karen Millett of the Air Force, and Penny Andrews 3rd. The Army taking the first heat. Let's have a look at the second as the boys are watching. Kylie Knowles it is of the Air Force. From the Navy, it's Michelle Hamlin and Mandy Evans from the Army. This isn't going to be easy. Let's have a look at how they go. The girls in the first heat went very, very well. Now they get the whistle, off they go. And from the Army, Mandy Evans making a pretty good start, struggling in the middle. Michelle Hamlin, and struggling also the Air Force, Kylie Knowles. It's very hard on the arms. They need to use their feet as well. Getting the feet tangled a little bit about around the rope at the moment. From the Army, Evans in the red on the left of screen. Oh, she was going up, now she's going down. Also Air Force, Knowles, she was going up, now she's stationary. And in the middle, Michelle Hamlin's going nowhere in particular. Look at the strain on the face from the Air Force, Knowles, urged on by a teammate down there, Millett, who went well. She was second in the first heat. Go, she says, go. It's touch and go between the Army and the... Oh, down Down goes Kylie Knowles. That's the wrong way. She only got halfway up at the most before she came down. Also down is Hamlin. That leaves one man standing. Oh, look at Mandy Evans. One step, two step. Go, they say. Go, Mandy Evans. This is all yours if you can reach the top. She's getting some support there from Natalie Cole as well. Let's see if she can claw away to the top. She's counting the rope, strand by strand. Look at the strain on the face, the strain on the arms. Let's listen to her teammate.
Legs up, legs up.
Natalie Cole knows how to do it. She did it well in the first heat. She won the first heat. If Mandy Evans can win it here as well, they'll take the full points. Oh, this is tough. They've fallen by the wayside. Hamlin of the Navy's gone. Knowles of the Air Force has gone. And reaching it. She did it. Mandy Evans. That is guts and determination. She got there. Didn't she do it tough? But the Army win both heats of this commando rope climbing. Aren't they thrilled? That took a lot out of her. Terrific effort by the girls. So the Army with 6 points, they go to 10. They clear out on the Air Force 6 and the Navy 2.
Private Mandy Evans hails from South Australia, and it took guts like this to sign up and then move to Sydney a year ago. But she had her reasons.
I just really wanted to do something different. I've learned lots of different things, and I get to do lots of different things like this. I mean, people normally don't get to do things like this without paying thousands of dollars to do it, and I'm just here doing it.
And here's another event on the Battle of the Forces, the Gymnasium Wall Climb at Garden Island. Mandy likes these strength events and everything the Army can throw at her. In fact, when she joined, her mates back home were surprised.
They thought I was insane. They thought I was insane, but they're jealous now because I get to do lots of good stuff that they don't.
And she's off to Timor. Talking of the gym wall climb, here's the final shootout between Kylie Knowles of the Air Force and the Navy's Penny Andrews.
And there's not far to go. There's nothing between Knowles and Andrews. Commander David Garnott from Garden Island. He's there urging on Andrews. Go the Navy, he says. It's not too far. Andrews out by half a body length. Knowles trying to get there, but Andrews won it. Andrews won it, and the Commander's wrapped. Well done. Hello. The Navy takes 6 points, the Air Force 4, and overall it's neck and neck. We're off to Balmoral right after the break. Welcome back. We're off Balmoral Beach. So too is Alex the Whale. Can't keep the big fellow out of the action. The fans are out in force as well. This is the fourth event, the water still. It's a swimmer Zodiac and a beach run. Now from the Navy, it's Michelle Hamlin. They have to backfin their way out to a buoy, then the Zodiacs will pick them up. Now doing backstroke there, it's Natalie Cole. You're not supposed to do that, Natalie, but she doesn't mind. Michelle Hamlin's doing it well. She's doing it the right way. On her back, just using the power of the feet. Now from the Air Force, it's Karen Millett. She's okay as well. First out there, it's Hamlin. She puts the hand up, and out comes the Zodiac. Waiting for is Penny Andrews. She has to try to hook her in. She tries to get her in now. Not easy. This is the tough bit, because they don't want to waste any time. From the Army, Natalie Cole. Mandy Evans tries to get her in. There's Natalie Cole. Can she get up? Mandy's trying to help her in. 1 foot's over. Can she get the other one? The Air Force now. Karen Millett. Kylie Knowles is trying to get her in. Great stuff, the Air Force. There's the Navy, and there's Alex the Whale. Look at the back fin. That's the back fin you want as the Army spins around. They're on their way back in. The Navy's there as well. This is the Army in front. Back there in third place at the moment, it's the Air Force, because out to the left, here comes the Navy. It's going to be the Army first in. Evans waiting to get in. In she goes. She gets wet. She can wade in. She can run in. And then onto the beach. She's got to go around 2 markers. In goes Penny Andrews of the Navy and the Air Force. In goes Knowles. So the race is on as she tries to work her way out of the water. But look at Evans go around the first marker. Down towards the second marker she goes. Knowles is in pursuit. And so too is Andrews. The beach run is tough. They want to get back into the water. There's more swimming to do. Another Zodiac. Back comes Mandy Evans, so she's already gone round the first marker. Back she goes around the second, and she heads for the drink, because waiting in the Zodiac, it's her teammate Natalie Cole. She wants to hook her in, pull her in. Come on, all your strength. In she goes. From the Air Force, Knowles hits the water as well. Across goes Penny Andrews. She's got quite a run to find her Zodiac. Knowles climbs in for the Air Force. They're in pursuit of the Army. Andrews still going, so they've got to make up a lot of ground, the Navy girls. Around goes the Army. They're on their way back in. The Air Force in second place, the Navy third. But this is a terrific effort by the Army. In goes Natalie Cole. Natalie, don't use your arms this time. Remember, you've got a back fin. Oh, she doesn't care. She uses the backstroke. A couple of strokes. Now she's got problems with the fins. Now that's going to allow the Air Force in. Karen Millett's a strong swimmer. Let's see what's going to happen here. She's still using the arms. So it's Natalie Cole backstroking away and with the fins as well. She's being urged on by her teammate Mandy Evans. In goes the Navy. The Navy hitting the drink now. That's Michelle Hamlin. But coming out of the water, it's all Army. Natalie Cole comes in and gee, those legs must be hurting. She's not running too well. There's been a change. Michelle Hamlin's finished very well on the swim, so they'll take second place, but the Army will win it. The Army win it, and in second place it'll be the Navy.
Oh, we did really well. Nat did so well. I was just yelling for her and she kept losing her fins a couple of times, but it didn't matter. She just powered through in the end anyway. It was great.
And what about you, Natalie? How was the swim?
I tell you what, on a new pair of legs, they're so sore.
Good one.
A kiss from the boys. Well done. The Army 6 points, the Navy 4, the Air Force 2. And overall, it's the Army 16 leading it by 4. Back we go now to Garden Island. The competitors are in the harbour down below on the Zodiacs. They're waiting for a start in the next event, the fire drill. Pretty cold in the harbour, so they'll want to swim it quickly. Now nearest to camera and starting well, the two girls from the Navy. That's Andrews and Hamlin. And also going well towards the top there, it's from the Army, Natalie Cole. Now they get towards the cargo net. HMAS Adelaide looking a treat as we look down at it. Hanging from HMAS Adelaide, though, is the cargo net. First to it, I'd reckon, was Cole. She's going to try to scramble up. Cole from the Army in the red. Going well, the Navy and the Navy. That's Andrews and Hamlin, but it's Cole in front going through. Knowles in the Air Force in the light blue. But look at the climbing ability of Natalie Cole. She's half a length in front as she gets towards the top. Natalie Cole up there first. I reckon the Navy girls will come up second. But it's Cole who gets there first. Oh, coming through Millett of the Air Force. She might just about get up there in second place. Yes, she does. Gee, the Air Force girls don't mess around. They use their strength, and it's Millett who gets on her way. The Navy up there in third and fourth place as they start the run around the ship. The fire drill will ultimately decide the winner. It's Knowles back there in fifth place. Natalie Cole still leads it. Oh, not for long, though, because there goes Karen Millett. Millett of the Air Force has just passed Cole, so it's the Army back in second place. Now they're back in third because Penny Andrews has gone past her as well. This is a terrific race. A terrific race as they get up towards the fire deck. It's Millett who comes out in front. Andrews in second place of the Navy, and it's Cole who's tiring back there in third place. Now they've got to touch that white disc and go back and get the hose, but both the teammates have to be there before they can fire. Now there's no sign of the second Navy girl. Andrews is ready, but look across at the Air Force. They're both there. They fire and they win it. So the Air Force have won it. The Navy takes second place. Oh, what a finish. The Army back there in third place. The boys loved it. What great action. What about you, Kylie? What was it like in the water?
Cold, definitely cold. Once you got in there, it was good. Standing out on the Zodiac, I was a bit nervous, but once we got in the water and getting from the water to the cargo net, I think it was the hardest because it was just bloody freezing. I don't know if we can say that.
That's okay, Kylie. We'll forgive you. The Air Force 6 points, the Army 4, the Navy 2. Overall, the Army lead it by 2 from the Air Force, with the Navy 4 back third.
After the break, we've got mountain bike racing down the main wharf at Garden Island, so stay with us on the battle. You'd look terrific in uniform. Look, the boys are out supporting you and the competitors in the dock ride sprint. From the left, it's the Navy, the red of the Army, and the light blue of the Air Force. Michelle Hamlin, Natalie Cole, and Kylie Knowles from the Air Force. 400 metres down the main dock here at Garden Island. It's wet and it's slippery. They've got the mountain bikes out and they're going to have to pump their legs. A good start to Natalie Cole in the middle. She's in the red of the Army. Also going well, Kylie Knowles, and struggling at the moment, Michelle Hamlin, having real problems with the bike. It's a race in two. Natalie Cole going up on Kylie Knowles. Knowles in front as she goes up past HMAS Newcastle, and she sweeps clear. Kylie Knowles out in front by about 10 metres, and she's making it further. So a terrific effort this by Kylie Knowles. She wins it easily, slowing down second place Cole.
second heat now. This is Millett of the Air Force. Andrews of the Navy gives her a peep. She also gives Mandy Evans of the Army a peep. Now the two winners go through to the final. We know that the Air Force is already there through Knowles. Who will join her? Maybe it'll be the Navy, because look at Penny Andrews going. On the inside it's Millett. Millett trying to catch her. Andrews in front. Up goes Millett. Almost on level terms. Millett pumping away. She is really going fast down there. She's in front now, going further in front of Andrews. Look at the teeth, look at the determination. She's pounding away on the pedals, and Millett's going further in front. This will be an all Air Force final. Millett's there with Knowles. Oh, the girls in the light blue of the Air Force. Well, they know they'll take the points. It's a matter of who's going to get a little bit of one-upsmanship and win this final. It's Knowles closest to camera, and Millett going well. It's Millett in front by about a bike length. Knowles trying to go. The bike's wobbling a little bit. She steadies it down now. This is going to be a great race right to the finish. It's Millett in front. Knowles up there almost level with her. Up they go past HMAS Newcastle. Millett in front. She's got the head down. Knowles looking for the finish line. Knowles just in front, and Knowles wins it. Knowles from Millett, and the fans love
Well
it.
done. And what were you thinking in the final?
Well, I was up against my other teammates, so I think it was just a case of get out there, have a bit of fun, and see who got over the line first. And it was me, so that's good.
And they took all the points as well. Terrific effort by the Air Force. 6 points. They lead it on 24, the Army 20, and the Navy back on 14.
For the whole human race, why it's almost like being in love.
Playing music in Australia's armed forces isn't all brass bands and sergeant majors. There's jazz, blues, orchestral, and all kinds of musical instruments. Meet Alison Campbell, a French horn player with the RAF who's played in shows like Cats and Les Miserables and does freelance work with the Sydney Symphony Orchestra.
I love it. I think it's a great job. I mean, I don't see it as a job either. I have such a good time that, you know, I really love it. And as I said, the travel is fantastic. And just not only that, but representing our country and the military. It's great. It's a great job.
Another is Tasmanian Kirsty Bird. She's been in the Navy Band for 8 years on the clarinet, and she loves the added benefits of military life.
The best thing about being in the band would probably be playing with such a high standard of musicians. And also, whenever we go away, we have a great time on tour. We do lots and lots of jazz. If you're interested in that kind of music, the sky's the limit, basically, in the Navy Band. We have a big band and also, I think, 2 jazz groups, which perform quite often.
I still do play in the orchestral in the Sydney Symphony, and I play in Music Aviva for schools. So there's lots of opportunity to do everything artistically that I want to, as well as being in the military.
It's almost like being in love.
Welcome back to the Qantas Battle of the Forces, the last event, Event 7, the Cave Mission. And what a way to start. They're on the Zodiacs, 3 of them. This is Kylie Knowles. She's hanging on at the moment, but soon she'll be getting very wet. They'll have to swim to the shore, then they'll have a tough bush run. You'll see that in a moment. Waiting for the all clear. Millett is there waiting to go in, so too Penny Andrews. When will they get the all? There goes Millett. Into the water she goes. In goes Penny Andrews as well, and they've got to swim to the shore. It's going to be a race on there. The Air Force girls go in. So the race is on. All 6 girls are in. It's a swim right to the beach, and then that tough run's going to start. It's Kylie Knowles who's swimming well. She's a strong swimmer. She's first out. Close behind her would be Natalie Cole, but look at Kylie Knowles go. She's a strong girl. She's a very fit girl. Here comes Natalie Cole. She's out second, but it's the Air Force in front of the Army as they start this climb. Up they go. It's the Air Force in front of the Army. Knowles from Millett. Back there, Evans and Cole, and bringing up the rear, it's the Navy girls. This is tough. They've got to drag themselves up through the bush. They're virtually making their own track. Millett now takes it the lead. Millett's in front of a teammate there in Knowles, and they've stopped it just about to a walk. There's still still a fair way to go. And look how thick it is. This is tough going, very tough going. This is what their training's all about, though. But up on the headland, a middle head, the best view in the house. Millet leads it from Knowles. Knowles can slow down. Her job's been done because only one will go in the cave from each team. Millet will be first there. She picks up the... Oh, almost picks up the torch. Loses it. She's got a handy lead, though. Knowles can wait outside and see what she does. She's got to go in and get the ammo box. It's wet, it's slippery and slimy as she makes her way down there. And look into the water. She has to wade her way through it. She's looking for the light, the stick light. That'll show her where the ammo box is. There it is. There's the green one. She's looking for one of them if she can only find it. In now comes Evans of the Army. She almost slips on the turn. So it's the Army in second place. And here comes Michelle Hamlin from the Navy. She gets away gingerly around. Millet's looking for it, and she sees it. In she goes. She's picked out her ammo box. Now Evans is looking for hers from the Army. Where is it? Is it this way? There it is. There's the green light. So she's got hers as well. Hamlin decides to swim it. That's brave. That's very brave. And look, scooting past her, it's Millet. So Millet's on the way out. Hamlin still has to get hers. Also on the way out, it's Evans. Millet from the Air Force, Evans, and Hamlin has hers. So all three of them, as they try to work their way out of the caves, Millet is the first one who sees daylight. Up she goes, out she goes, and Millet wins it for the Air Force. Oh, she is exhausted. It's been tough. Evans of the Army will come out in second place. And here comes Michelle Hamlin. So she's got the ammo box. She's done a good job as well. The Army second and the girls from the Navy third.
It's well done, girls. What's been the highlight of the last 2 days here in Sydney for you?
The sunshine and just being on the beach and good company, good fun.
Yeah. Fantastic. What about you, Kylie?
I think the last Zodiac ride was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Skimming off the side of the Zodiac.
That was insane.
Yeah.
He said, let go, and you think, oh, I'm not going to do this, and you did.
Congratulations, girls, and congratulations to the Air Force.
Yes, what a performance it was by the girls from the Air Force. They win the last event, 6 points, the Army 4, the Navy 2. Overall, the Air Force win it by 6 from the Army, the Navy back in third on 16.
That completes the Sydney leg of the battle. We'll see you next time on the Qantas Battle of the Forces.